Hey guys, Steven and Autumn.
Hey y'all.
We're going to go ahead and do a walk around of Greenhaven Memorial Garden Cemetery. This one is humongous. So we're not going to do our typical walkthrough. We're just going to walk through and stop and video just some of the interesting graves and then stop the video and just continue on. But we're going to start in the mausoleum before we start doing the walk around. So y'all come along with us and let's check this place out. See right here's the mausoleum. It has on both sides outside, and then inside there's also some burial. And this thing, it goes forever that way, all the way over there, way over there. So we're just gonna walk through some of the older parts and film some of the older graves and maybe some of the above ground mausoleums there. And to show y'all some of the interesting ones, because this one would take literally hours to film all of them. So let's go inside and check this one out. Neat little place in here. All the different little. This one's actually full. There's not even like maybe just 4 spots in this whole place. This one's City of Albertville Memory Hero Mausoleum. So here's the little benches here. That one actually has a photograph. That's pretty. That one does too. Not exactly sure why they covered the date of birth and death with the tape up there. It's kind of weird. This one's Erling Smeeds, Lieutenant, U.S. Army, Korea, Vietnam, Bronze Star Medal recipient. This is not a real big one, but and then like I said, on the watch out, the water everywhere. Along the outside is also some more. See, this looks like some of the flowers is blown down or something. And of course there's graves all the way around. But we'll stop at all these little above ground burials. I don't know if they call them above ground mausoleums or what, but we'll look at all those. See if we can find maybe the old graves there. And of course, here's the rest on this side. And then, of course, we have the flags, the Albertville City flag and the state of Alabama, United States flag. So I think we'd walked this by ourselves before, but way over that away, there was a funeral, so we couldn't. But Harris family, pretty neat. And there's a gigantic one over here. And then each one of these roads that runs like this through it is actually a street. It has like a street number. That's how big this place is. Somebody lost a bottle tree. This is the Bagwell family. And here's his war memorial from the video. From the. Oh, wow. Oh, this could be urns. They could place their urns inside of there. That's neat. I've never actually seen this. I need something like this for mom and dad. When, of course, dad's not passed yet, but you know what I mean. This is Ronald Paul Thompson, Lieutenant U.S. Army. That one's got a photo. Real pretty. Just, that's something I like, is the ones that has the photos so that you can actually see who was buried there. This is a Dewey Wayne kicker, little boy, not even 10. This one could be a one of those ones where they do the iron or whatever. This is Paul Maccabee. He was a World War II veteran. He died in the 90s, I believe. And we got Cochran, just Lowry. McKenna Kelly, little baby. And we got some more of the Wilbanks family right here. It's just a great old big cemetery. We got the Bolden family. This is Reverend George Bolden. Like that, with that lighthouse on top. When you have cemeteries this big, you'd never be able to film every single one. So we just, something that stands out to us as we're walking. This one is Sergeant Larry Chandler. Somebody left him coins. He died in '69, so he would have been a war casualty. Purple Heart recipient, Bronze Star. killed in the line of duty, I believe. Hayes family. And this just keeps going. It is massive, and it even opens up and goes that way. Huh? I don't know. They were here the last time. There's pipes with random covers on it. We don't know what they are. They're always here. Did you know it went that way too? Look at that. It opens up. We never went that way. The last time we were here, there was a funeral, so we didn't even come over this way at all. Well, look at that. Matheny. That's not a very a name you see a lot anyway. And this right here is also a good way to get some exercise in, just walking around the cemetery and showing some of the interesting things that we find. And usually find some of the ones that's... Oh yeah, let me do this one since I'm right here. Benny Burton Smith, World War II veteran, died in 2004. Over here, well, this one is Amy and Anna, twins, born and died April 27th, 1980. This one Autumn was pointing out is actually a book. It has Clement and Ethel Wilson on it. It's beautiful. I'm gonna have to use that one as our screen cover there, our thumbnail photo. And this one is Edgar Stephen Canfield. He died at 10 in 1964. This is a monster place here. We may go this way and just kind of work our way around, but I'll be right there. The girls are kind of, they see something knocked over, picking it up and all that, you know. This is the James family. And this one's Hopkins family plot markers. Real pretty. I think this cemetery right here covers like 5 or 6 city blocks. We were actually thinking, you know, the test that Hope was supposed to have done was supposed to be over an hour away in the other direction. And there's a cemetery there that there's a lot of senators and stuff there we were going to film, but come to find out it was in the whole other direction. So Bobby Stewart, Korean War veteran, National Defense Medal. He won. That's awesome. Which Hope's test came out perfect. So we couldn't be happier than hear that. So just walking around the pretty little cemetery and see what we can see, I guess. Got a one of those black stone plaques that has a picture of Jesus on it. Pretty. I don't really think there's any, like, per se old ones here. Most of these are new. I was hoping there would be some older ones here, but of course the newer ones have some real interesting artwork. So this one has a picture of a pickup truck. Look at that pretty Chinese base. It don't look like it. It looks like it's fine. It's top heavy, so and picture of somebody from Texas, state of Texas. Boy, it's neat looking. Bonella, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that, them deer. And over here, there's whole lot of new graves over in here. Almost got a good picture on it. You notice something that I realized? Most of the ones that's over here are Hispanic. They have like a Hispanic part of the cemetery. That's kind of neat. Never heard of that before. Has a picture of Mary. It's beautiful. Guys away. Real pretty. Stone. I like these. The way there are two of them together like that. Pretty. Yeah, for some reason, I'm not exactly for sure why, but it seems like this little far corner is Hispanic. Luis and Maria Grandos. Look at that. Real pretty. I mean, there's even Harville. Douglas MacArthur Smith, Sergeant U.S. Marine Corps Vietnam veteran. Has her picture as she aged. That's really neat. Picture of Jesus holding that heart. That's pretty. Like that. There's some pretty neat ones here. starting to get mushy right there. And then we'll film maybe back in here and then come back that way or something.
Looks like it might be here.
Yeah, could be. I like this angel.
They're usually the same angel.
Yeah, that's the same one that's
Just the other one's more.
This is the same angel that we saw down at the cemetery a couple weeks ago. Just like it. It's pretty though. They had it sitting way up on a real nice base and stuff. Hi. Hey, Autumn, look. Another Madness, however you say her last name. James T. Maness, U.S. Army, World War, is that 2 or 1? World War I veteran, died in 82.
I'll get this.
That pretty angel right there. Some more Johnsons right here. Paul, Arlene, and Clark Jr. And then there's Travis Harrison, U.S. Army World War II veteran, died in 78. Saw a pretty neat one right here that actually has NASA on it. Ralph Austin Smith, has NASA on it. He must have worked for them. When I was in high school, I actually did some work for NASA. Me and my class built some stuff for them. It's like a trailer or something. Johnny Beam, World War II veteran, died in 76. Do what? That ain't a house, that's a shop for this. It's the groundskeeper's quarters. But I don't really see nothing that's just jumping out though. Go down here in this corner. I think this might be the oldies, maybe. Lots of children in here. Espy, what a name. Go show some of these larger stones back here. This one is Mary Holmes from 1940. And this one, I don't know. This one had the iron nameplate. It's gone. This was an infant. It was an Wilson infant, basically what you'd call that. Didn't have a name. Got Donald Wood. Roger Dale LeMaster. Just a couple of bigger ones I wanted to go down here, and then we'll come back and show some of them older ones. This place is just humongous. Got some of the Cook family. Regina Ann Martin Thompson. Got a real pretty stone. And we got Matthew Winston McLendon. It's a real pretty gravestone there. I like that. Got his photo up there. It's pretty neat. And we got Tommy Lee Pierce, World War II veteran, Purple Heart recipient. And then we'll just kind of make our way now.
Come
25 minutes so far.
on up.
Over there's flags and such. James D. Kobe, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam veteran. Bronze Star, Purple Heart, OLC, and 5 OLC awards recipient. It's neat. And here's another. It's Bollinger. This one just says Megan on it. Megan Hoy. Wasn't even 20 yet. There's another couple of the Manis family. Donna, LP, and Mary. And LP was a Korea War veteran. Died in 2002. Look at that one. That's real neat. Abercrombie, but it's a humongous stone. It's got those flowers on it. Flowers. It just says Abercrombie. Okay, that's why. It's a plot marker for all of these. We'll go up here and we're getting into the older section right up here now. This is where the original cemetery must have started because you can see the age of these. Catherine Hearn, 3 years old. This is her mother, Marianne, and her father, S.C. 1800s burials. And we got Albert. This is some of the Albert family here. Dr. W.T. Albert and his wife, Lou. And here again we have that DEO Vendis, 1861 to 1865. Some more to Albert family. And then of course we got this gigantic magnolia tree. And we have natural stones. Look, this one actually has some writing, but can't really tell what it says. There's one with some writing. Real neat looking. So March is the date of his death, but that's all you can see. And we got the Hoopers, Claude, Ely, W. Herman Hooper, and then got the plot marker, Claire. And this was a slab till it broke apart by these roots. Same here.
Was it recording?
What do you mean?
I thought I was making a video and I wasn't.
Here's another one. And then a couple of more. This is Mary Sawyer Meigs. J.H. Meigs. Hard to see. It's really kind of dark under this set of trees here. This just says Hobley on it. 1900. Hordy. Okay, Hordy. 1904. They're kids. And here's another Hooper grave. Have these like they're strong. I've never quite seen any like this. Herbert Lloyd Hooper. We'll have that same sign there. And we have John Hooper. He was part of the Georgia Infantry of the Confederate States Army. Died in 22. But yeah, look at the gigantic, huge magnolia trees. I love those. Got the McCord name right here. (1909) 1903. Confederate States Army. Part of the Georgia Infantry. Died in 1909. That one still has the sphere on top. Usually something like that would fall off. That. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to. It's like a log. It's a lamb with a log. It's probably a child. It is. 1904. Got the Singletons. The Pope family. This is another one with those strange, like, it's got a border around it, and then it has these, like, rounded top markers, and it says Columbus Pope, Joanna Pope, Herschel Pope. He was Alabama 319th Division. He died in September 1918. And we got Harvey Pope. He died in 1980. He was an Army veteran. It's got the Pope name, the central stone, and it has two infants. Yeah, this is definitely the older part right up here. That one had the insert, but it's gone. Williams family. There's an Adams. That's Williams. It's the same setup, the border, the central stone, and it has the names on them. We see this style a lot here. There's like 5 or 6 nearly in a row of those. Obelisk. This one looks like a scroll, don't it? See, we'll go look at it from the side so you can actually see all the detail of that.
Look at it from the back though. It's like real. It's laying on like rock.
Vita Hall. And then, like she said, it's like stacked stones on the back. Let's see. I think I wanted to. This side on the way back has those above ground mausoleum things. I figure we'll check those out on the way back. We're way down there. Camp family. There seems to be a lot of these, like family with one big stone and all the stones around it. I don't think we'd ever be able to cover every grave here. It'd take months. And we still have no idea what these pipes are for. There's a pipe sticking up out of the ground with something wrapped on it. I don't know what it's for. Is that somebody's house?
Well,
See the fence, and then there's like, that's crazy to have to come. Well, that one down there, I think, is part. It's like the office for here, where you go and pay, or you gotta tell them you're opening up a grave. You can't just come out here and start digging. There's the Thomas family, Addison, and there's Jones, Corbin's. Hadn't found any big old crow, ain't he? Landing up in that tree. But I hadn't seen any Myers here, but we found a lot of Jones, which is my mother's maiden name, and Johnson, which is Autumn's maiden name, or part of it. And then there's like the Luther family right here. This is neat. Wow, they died close together, all in 59. Waldrops, they got real fancy rig here. Look at that. That one says once upon a time. That's neat. Because that's how the best stories start. That's awesome. And then we got the Colvin family. Here's another one of those interesting. It's the Beard family. It's got a big central stone, and then there's 2 markers, but then you never know, there could be more here. So. Oh, there's like 3 down there all together.
I wish we had some of the other ones that everybody else had.
Which one?
Grits or
Oh yeah, no, up there. Those are like mostly up in the north corner. Northeast corner, transatlantic area. The one that when I was in college up there, it was as big as the one in Huntsville, and they had some massive ones that had the wrought iron gates you could look in. And I love to go to that place again. I spent a lot of time there, walking around and exploring. Yeah, that's a heavy one. That's a concrete vase Hope tried to pick up and put back. We'll do these last 3 little above ground barrels, and then we'll wrap it up. We've been here close to an hour, so Mabel Roden Smith and Ralph Smith. And then over here we have the Hearn family. Onita and Olin Hearn. And then we got the last but not the least, the Lester family. This one says Julia Lester. She was first married to Reed Hooper. So they put Julia Hopper, wife of Reed Hopper, but she married Robert Lester Sr. after her husband died. So anyway, I'd like to thank all y'all for hanging in there as we did this walk around of this massive cemetery here. Appreciate y'all for supporting us and liking and sharing and jumping on our bus, and we appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all later. So bye y'all.